Everybody, welcome to my channel, Be Free Now with Maria. So today I'm going to start out with my bag of words. I'm going to pull a word and see what I'm inspired to share with you today. So let's see. The first word is curiosity. Ooh, curiosity. Curiosity makes me think of when we approach things, right, with this wanting to know, right? Wanting to explore, wanting to grow. When we come into any space with curiosity, we are open, we are willing to learn, we are interested in learning. And when we show up with curiosity, we are willing to listen and to learn. And through that, we grow, we expand, and we create more opportunities for ourselves. So, curiosity is a mental way of opening the path for ourselves, right? To expansion. Because we're curious, we want to know more, we want to learn, and from that, anything is possible. So, we want to create more possibilities for ourselves, and curiosity is definitely one way of creating more possibilities for ourselves. Now, I want to pick another word before we go any further. Oh, I got two words: shame and uncertainty. Okay, so shame. Let's start with shame. Shame is something that we carry. We learn to carry shame from early on. And this shame, it's like walking around with weights. And when we're walking around with these weights, we tend to walk more sluggish through life. And we don't show up with so much curiosity or the way we really want to, because we're carrying this shame. So, shame is something that we want to identify in which way we carry it, and we want to work through it, because if not, it will definitely slow us down. And shame, I just thought of the word trickster. It's like a trickster, it's like we think, oh, this is embarrassing, or this wouldn't be good for people to know, or I'm not proud of something. And then we, hold on to these thoughts, and we create these big stories around them, bigger than what it would probably be for anybody else if they were to even find out. But in our mind, it's like, oh my goodness, only if they knew. And it weighs us down. It's unwarranted shame most of the times, because it's usually connected to things that we started out believing about ourselves because we went through an experience and really didn't know any better, or we weren't proud of something that we did, but it was never usually, anything that most of us do. It's not with bad intentions, It's in that moment, it's the best that we can do, and that's what we did. And holding on to the shame and not forgiving ourselves only weighs us down. It doesn't really bring us closest to any place positive. It just holds us back. And it can even stifle our curiosity. When we're so caught up with shame, we're not really focusing on being curious about life and opening up, because we're like, oh, I can't do that. What are they going to think? Or what if they knew? And so forth. And those kinds of thoughts hold us back. The other word is uncertainty. Now, uncertainty is interesting, right? Because life is very uncertain. We don't have really much control of anything except for our own thoughts and what we choose to believe for ourselves. And that sometimes, right, can feel very uncomfortable, because by default we like to be able to know things, to have some control, because it gives us this false sense of safety and security. So uncertainty tends to not feel good in general. But there's also a positive side to uncertainty, because we don't necessarily need to know everything, right, for us to be able to enjoy the journey. We can start embracing the uncertainty, and looking at it as opportunities for new experiences, for learning, and for growing. In other words, we don't necessarily need to know what's going to happen in order to trust that in some way it will benefit us. In other words, it's not happening, how does it go? It's not happening to us, it's happening for us. So when we're open to that, then the uncertainty of life or things don't necessarily overwhelm us as much, right? So it's not necessarily that we're going to feel like, woohoo, yay, uncertainty, but we're not going to be so scared of it, right? We're going to know that it offers us opportunities. And I like to remind myself that there are blessings, in the uncertainty. Like, I don't need to know everything, although a part of me sometimes does like to know everything. I know that I don't really need to know everything for me to be okay. My safety does not come so much from knowing, as much as I like to know things, but from what I choose to think about the situation that's happening, right? And who do I choose to believe walks with me, on this journey? So I believe, right, and that there's a divine energy that lives and breathes through me and is walking with me, right? Is with me at all times. And that, right, belief creates a sense of safety for me. In other words, I don't need to know what's going to happen because I'm okay. I'm okay either way. Whether it's what I wanted or I didn't want, I'm okay because I'm not walking alone. And I always have the opportunity to learn. So if something happens that I don't like, I can sit with that, what I didn't like about it, so that I can learn more about myself. And the more I know about myself, right, the more I grow and expand. And it allows me to approach life differently because now I have this awareness that I can use to my advantage. So even when it appears that I'm not winning, I'm winning. I'm learning, I'm growing, I'm gaining. So I hope that helps you in some way and that you have a beautiful day. If what I shared today helped you in some way, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel so that you can be notified when future videos are uploaded. Have a beautiful day. Bye for now.